Miss Josie.
Welcome to the good news.
Still walking in there. Nikki the nurse. Thank you again for the seed. I Love Kids Club. Oh, y'all are doing such a great job.
See you. Good to see you. Welcome.
Hey, let us know where you're from, y'all. Let me know where you're from.
It's Trey Rock.
Let me know where you're from. Happy Friday, everybody. That's it. Where you from? California in the house.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Where you from, everybody? Houston's in the house. Michigan. Yeah, Bishop Clarence McClendon Church. That's my brother. Bucktown, Tennessee, Shreveport. What's up, everybody? Holly Grove. Yeah.
Shutdown. You back in New Orleans? Oh, in Houston.
Where y'all from, nigga? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Chi-Town. Oh, the Ellis family, they run Chicago. Lisa Pittman. You there, Francois? Bretman. Where y'all at?
She's hanging out with her mommy. It's race day. Yeah, Marie, good to see you.
Where you from? Where you from?
Miss Roberta.
You can't speak to them until they tell you where you're from.
Oh, y'all gotta tell me where you're from.
You can't get a shout out like DeAndre get a shout out. All right.
Mid-City.
Yeah, Space Maker get a shout out.
Hey, Karen Foy.
No, not now. You can't speak to her like that right now. She did not.
Okay.
So we're gonna take her. She's gonna take it back for right now. Inglewood, California. Where y'all from? That's what we want to know. Okay, now we can see. Now you can speak to him because she said she's from California.
Hey, Elle. But guess what? It's okay if I do.
No, they gotta say it.
I'll tell you what.
Covington.
I gotta know the rules.
They got somebody. They got somebody blocking it in Covington.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting excited.
Oh yeah, you get see.
Hey,
Susan Firehorn. Yeah, you get the holler at her. Yeah, that's it. You holler at them.
No one above my two shall met. Hey.
Railroad in the house.
Erica, she's at
Hey, Mama Sanders. Hey, see Mama Sanders.
Oh, hey, Mama Sanders. Marrero.
Yeah, Marilyn Augustus, West Bank.
Hey, Marilyn. Oh, Marilyn's on Facebook tonight. All right.
Yeah, everybody, we got something special for. Look at Dawn Divine, Norristown, Pennsylvania.
Hey, Dawn.
Savage.
Hey, honey.
I'm talking about.
Gentili's with us. Norristown, Pennsylvania. Y'all let us know where you're coming in from.
Yeah.
All right. Where you landing?
You landed right here.
Oh, yeah. DC. All right, DC. Good to see you all. Happy Friday.
What you drinking?
A little bit of watermelon.
Oh, the watermelon. I thought you said you didn't like it.
You bought it for me, no, baby. I'm going to drink it till it's all gone.
No, you know.
It's healthy. It's the healthy drink.
No. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all share your screen and start a watch party. Share your screen and start a watch party. So you going to drink it because I bought it.
Yeah, and I kind of sort of like
Okay, there you go. Okay. That's better. Okay.
It's my childish drink.
All right. Tell me about Carly Hill from Metairie.
It's Sandy.
No. Hey, no, you can't. You got to
see.
But I know that's Sandy. We love Sandy. Grew up with Sandy. But Sandy got to tell us where she's from. That's how you get a shot.
Hey, Faye. Faye Baker is from LaPlace. She said LaPlace. Yeah. We can speak to her.
Yeah.
Catherine Caesar. Good to see y'all.
Black Pearl. Muriel Simon from Black Pearl. I'm not even going there with you.
Where is Black Pearl?
No, I ain't even going there with you. I ain't even going there with you.
No. Y'all, I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
Treen. Thank God.
Cuz.
Hey, cuz.
That's our cousin.
It's New Orleans and Las Vegas.
That's our cousin that let us use her credit when we have no credit
She sure did.
to help us buy our first house.
She sure did.
She let us use her credit card and gave it to us.
She sure
and we
did.
had to pay the bill because we had messed up our credit.
Sure did.
And she helped us to get our credit straight.
She helped us get our credit straight. You talk about favor. She allowed us to use her credit card, and we would pay the bill every month.
Right.
And so, I guess it may have been time like for renewal or whatever. And she said, "Look at where the payments are coming from all the time.
Right.
They're paying the bills," and so it helped to boost our credit score.
See,
we were able to buy a house.
Right, now you can speak to Mark.
Hey, Mark from uptown.
So you gotta have rules in this thing.
Yeah, got rules in it. Oh God, I'm subject to rules again.
Subject.
Oh my.
Subject.
You know I really. It's Sandy. She said New Orleans, Bishop.
That's what I know. I know where Sandy from. I know where Sandy from.
Hey,
but that's our people. Sandy grew up with us in Greater St. Stephen.
She sure did.
Sang with us in Jubilation.
Sure did.
Always had a great relationship. Always been good people. We love Sandy.
Always good people. Always.
Yeah,
and Mark said he from uptown.
Yeah, Mark from uptown Cali. She said she's from Calio.
Sandy.
Yeah. You know anything about that Calio project?
I don't really know. I mean, I know a few people from, Sandy and, other people that may have lived there that went to Greater St. Stephen's, I knew. But, yeah, I grew up on the West Bank, honey. I grew up in Kennedy Heights, Avondale.
Why your voice had to change?
No, it didn't change.
Listen, why you had a growl in your voice when you said that?
I did. Didn't mean to. I don't know.
Okay.
Ooh, hey, Sandy from Calville. Where you from? Lester Love.
I'm from up above.
Oh goodness.
That's what I met her that's what I told her when I first met you.
Oh Lord, it's been a ride, Sandy. It's been a ride.
I told her I was Lester Love from up above. The man, the myth, the legend. 225 pounds of devastation incorporated.
Any psychologist,
you can mess with Superman capes, you can pull the mask off the old Long Ranger, but nobody ain't gonna mess with me.
Any psychologist,
that's what I told her when I first
psychiatrist,
yeah,
that can diagnose his. That's right, Max, aka KWK. Maxine Bates. I know where she from.
Maxine Bates. What KWK mean?
Don't tell our secrets.
Well, what KWK mean?
Sandy said, I'm really from Clarice, my mama.
You know what?
That's where I'm from.
It's Mother's Day weekend.
I'm from Mary.
I'm from Evelyn.
That's right. Who you from?
Who you from? Who you put your mama name up there? That's where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm from Mary. Yes. Who you from?
I talked to my mama a couple of days ago.
Kathy Walker, straight out of KAWK. Y'all rolling in here.
Yeah, I talked to my mama today.
You talked to your mama today?
The other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how's she doing?
She's doing all right, but you said something the other day that I didn't realize until I got older.
Ooh.
And my mind went back to it, and I didn't realize it until I got older.
Wait, let me prepare myself because I think this one wants to try to take me down.
No, I'm serious.
What's the revelation you got about your mom?
No.
Let's see if it's the same thing I know about her. Anywho.
Now, you told me this, and I didn't realize it until I was older. You said my mama was messy.
I didn't say your mama was
messy. You said my mama was messy.
I confirmed that your mama was messy. There is a difference. And
then you told me something she did. I didn't know it until yesterday.
Oh God, please.
I didn't know this. How long we been together?
Well, 37 years.
37 years.
September the 15th.
I didn't know this
until
yesterday.
Yeah. Tanya said she's from Dorothy. I'm trying to change the subject before I feel like you set me up.
No. I'm talking about the conversation yesterday. I'm serious.
I know I am too. I've been holding it for a while. Have you ever seen the Green Mile?
I could not.
After he releases. Yeah.
I could not believe that.
Yeah.
That my mama.
Yeah, your mama. The day of our wedding. The day of
the day of our wedding.
Of our wedding.
Called your mama.
Your mama called my mama, and I was at my mama's house, and she said, "Whatever you do, please, you want the world to know this? Mama,
I mean, it is what it is.
Please don't let Fran take Lester from us." I was like, "What? We get married at 3?
At 3:00.
Yeah, I don't know what that is." Oh, yeah, your mama said that. Mm-hmm. Hey, Fran.
I know what that is.
What was that?
That's a problem. That's what that is.
Well, it started showing itself up through the years, but I just, summed it up like this. I was married. I was married to him and not them. So, and that helped me. I could not spend all my time trying to please them. I had to please him. And that helped me get through.
That was your philosophy when it came to marriage?
Oh yeah, especially when it comes to in-laws. Because sometimes you got, your extra family trying to be involved in your marriage.
Right. You ain't have it.
No, because we have 2 people in this marriage, Lester and Fran Love.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think I know how to love you. That's, and I think you know how to love me.
I think, but I promise you, I didn't know my mama did that. And I didn't know my mama was messy when I was growing up.
Oh.
But now I look back on it.
Your mama messy and your sister's messy too. Yes. Oh my God.
No.
Somebody please put a sock in my mouth if I tell it all at night. Jesus.
My sister's so innocent.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh God.
No. I think everybody say I got a bunch of sisters, but I think you narrowed it down to one.
Which one? 37 years. Yeah, which one? Which one?
Because I got a bunch of sisters.
Choose one. Which one you want to choose? They all aren't though, Les.
No.
Your brothers are amazing.
Brothers are amazing.
Your brothers are amazing. Your brothers are real cool.
But you basically talking about my sister Ann.
I'm not talking about Ann. I'm talking about your mama. You talking about Ann. Boy, you are messy. You gonna talk about your own folk. I'm not gonna give you the privilege of talking about mine.
I'm saying,
if anybody talk about my folk, I will talk about them.
But I'm serious. I didn't know until yesterday. No,
you did not. No, you being messy.
No, I didn't know that.
Well, guess what? Your messy comes from your mama. Because some of the things you do and say, you remind me of your mama.
My mom was so humble.
Okay.
But my mom was humble.
Your mom's a sweetheart.
Right.
You got a lot of sweet, messy people. Sweethearts that are messy. They're just messy in a different kind of way. They're messy in a sweet kind of way. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That sweet messy is something to deal with, though.
Huh?
Yeah. Mom. Yeah.
My mom. I didn't know my mom was calling on our wedding day.
But you came home. You went on a trip, I think to St. Louis or something you had to do with your family. And you came home and you said, honey, I
couldn't believe it.
You said,
mama
is so messy. I said, you don't say. What? You kidding me?
I swear to God, I promise you. I promise you, she had me so full.
Ooh, that's your girl, though.
I was so
I didn't want to hurt you, honey. I didn't think you were quite ready for it.
Oh my God.
You were a little too
and everybody liked her.
Yeah, I like her too.
But you know she messy.
Yeah.
You think she's like messy on purpose, trying to be funny, messy? Like some people
I don't know who raised her. Your grandmother could have been messy. She could be in your blood.
I'm messy, but I'll be trying to be messy. I'll be trying to be messy.
No.
I'm saying, but some people messy like intrinsically. I'll be trying to make a joke. Like
But you know what, messy? There's sweet messy,
right?
And then there's nosy messy. See that nosy messy?
Right.
That nosy messy looking for dirt, trying to get something on you.
Trying to get something on you.
Yeah,
right.
That's that kind of. I can kind of go with sweet messy, but that nosy messy. It's a messy family. It's a messy family.
The whole family like that.
If it's a nosy mess.
If it's a nosy
it's
mess.
a messy thing.
So they can't.
They know everybody.
Now somebody, not me and not you, somebody out there probably know exactly what you're talking about, and probably can write a book about it. Yeah. Right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, like the
you
like
write the forward.
like
for it?
yeah, I read
Yeah,
because I got a bunch of them in my family.
Your girl said not the grandmas. Yeah, some of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my grandmother wasn't this. My grandmother was.
You said she was strong.
Ooh, she was. My grandma on my mama's side.
Yeah.
Ooh, was.
She liked you, huh?
No.
Oh, you had a messy mama and a mean grandmother.
No, my grandmother didn't like me. My grandmother didn't like me. No, I swear to God. No, I swear. I'm sure she loved me, but she didn't like me.
Jealous messy. That's another level.
Jealous
so we got
messy.
sweet messy.
Jealous messy.
Jealous messy.
And then I don't care what kind of characters you end up with. One of them got to just be messy.
That's nosy messy.
Nosy messy. No, nosy messy is different. Just messy all the way around.
So it's like levels to mess.
The levels and different, like the apostle of messy, like in the top of and touched all the other messiness.
Ooh.
You know, like in the
I don't even think I know people like that.
No, in the fivefold ministry.
You probably would because it's in y'all family. Oh God, and I do like Ellery.
Oh my God.
Ellery is the
so
salt of the earth.
Oh, he's the best guy in the world.
From?
He's the best guy in the world.
And you are.
Huh?
You are.
Yeah, I'm just
got a streak.
I'm funny messy. I'm messy on purpose. You know, when I'm trying to do something, friend always had a spirit of discernment. She would always say, "No, Trina, there's something about that ain't right."
Right.
So this is our cousin Trina. Yeah, and she said, "How you always been?" She said, Fran always had a spirit of discernment. She would always say, "No, Trina, something about that ain't right," even when you was a little girl.
Look, James Ellis said, "I know what you're talking about because of my wife's family."
His nose in this. All you need is a confirmation.
That's all you need.
That's all you need is a confirmation.
Amen, Carter. Oh yeah, funny messy. Oh yeah, that's Pastor Chris. That's messy on the slick.
Right.
That's
yeah. Yeah, it's messy on the slick.
Yeah. I kind of fall into that category.
Yeah, they messy.
Funny messy.
They messy. They walk away, and you
and then he said something, and just kind of walked off, and you kind of like.
Yeah, but 30 seconds later, they go down the street waving at other people. You're like, what she said?
You're right. Let's redefine this. They say, G said, funny messy is shady messy.
That's no. Well,
maybe you kind of fall in all the categories in the table of contents that reads your life. You got all the levels. Some of them are less concentrated than others. Butter rock. Lord, call out our children's names.
Please cover them. Cover them.
All of us got some dysfunction in us. Amen. We all do.
Who were you telling?
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
There was a man in the Bible had dysfunction.
Who was it?
Mephibosheth?
You're right. Yeah.
He had a dysfunction.
Oh, yes, he did.
Let me ask you this question. Mm-hmm. What if, like Mephibosheth and many of us, what if your dysfunction is not all your fault?
Mm-hmm. That's a possibility because things are passed down through the bloodline. That's why I'm saying pray for our children. You know, because things are passed down
through the bloodline.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what?
Sins of the father.
Right. What by chance? Since if they're gonna get messy from my side, what by chance they gonna get?
Wait. Let me identify this before it comes out so that people can know what it is they're looking at. What's getting ready to manifest here in this red shirt is called messy. Now watch. Go on. Finish.
I just want to know.
Go on. What is?
Since we talk about size and family, because the girls got both me, because all mess got a little bit of truth in it. All mess.
Oh
That's why y'all be believing
My
that.
family is messy, messy.
That's why y'all believe people. Because people come to you. Let me tell you who spread the mess the most. The people that's closest to the people that they spreading it on.
He said his family is messy, messy. That's why they got big noses. Does that mean when you got a big nose? I don't know. Big and nosy. Okay.
Big, we the guy down here named Big Nose Joe.
Big nose, they were messy too? Yeah. So you saying pass down to the family, down the bloodline.
Yeah. I noticed this happened about 4 times, and I let it go the first 2 times, and I squoze in a little something the second time. But the 4th time, I'm not letting it go.
Okay.
Immediately when I try to go into something on the other side, she started comment. Oh,
the devil tried it. The devil tried it.
God!
I blocked it. He tried to come after him. He tried to come after my family. I bind him in the name of the Lord. I block you. I block you. All insults and criticism, I bind in Jesus' name. All offense, I come against. You're trying to come against my family.
That's how you deal with
the blood of Jesus
the blood.
is against you. What? Don't come after my family. Because you know I don't give you permission to talk about my children. My children are limits. Yes, God.
Oh, God. I've got 2 words for that.
Yes.
Your mama.
Yes. Sometimes too. Oh, Lord, don't start talking about my mom.
Yeah, because your mama.
A piece.
Huh?
My mom's a piece of work, but I don't know what piece it is. So, I'm still trying to figure it out. 55 years later. Yeah, I love it though.
I give God praise and shout out to Bishop Paul Morton, who the main reason why we're in ministry is him. And traveled all over the world, Germany and the Bahamas and London, and met all kind of people. 20,000 members at Greater St. Stephen, 40,000 members. The full gospel first. Bishop, I love you. You allow me to see a lot of people in my life. I have never met anybody like
you. Me either. My mama is 79 years old, and she is by far the most spiciest 79-year-old I know. She is spicy, spicy like Kanye.
Yes.
Spicy.
Yes.
Yeah. She's spicy. Yeah. You gotta approach my mama with a gallon of water.
And see, your mother didn't have the benefit that your children had.
No.
Because you just prayed that the spirit don't be passed down to your children. Your mama didn't have nobody praying that her spirit would not be passed down to you.
Just trying to discern which way this is going, because I feel I'm starting to sweat. I'm feeling uncomfortable. Intercessors, can you stand in the gap for me?
Every now and then.
Yeah, I am the spicy one. I know it. But thank the Lord for the Holy Spirit.
Call him.
Yeah.
What's his name? Say it louder. Call him again. He's the only one.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing about me and you. You just discovered
what?
Where your mother is. I've been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah.
I've been knowing my mama was spicy for quite some time.
Yeah,
I wanted to be just like my mama.
Well, you know what the Lord answers your prayer.
I'm not just like her.
Well, nobody can be just like her.
I'm not just like her because I'm somewhat like my dad too.
What part of you is like your daddy?
I look like him.
Okay.
I look like my dad. Yeah. My positive outlook about life is like my dad. Yeah, I have some qualities of my dad, though he did not raise me. My mother and father divorced when I was 13. Yeah. So
your mother and father divorced when you was 13 years old.
When I was 13 years old. Yeah. So my mother was.
And then what happened?
My mother was the head of the household, and she, made sure we stayed afloat. And though my mother was spicy, I think, or is spicy, I think it worked in her favor. It kept her strong, it kept her determined, it kept her persevering, you know, and I know I saw three kids, yeah. And I saw my mother have a nervous breakdown.
You saw it.
I saw it. I remember the day when she kind of lost it, but she got it back together. Yeah, she pulled it back together.
Shout out to your mom.
And this is the thing that I love about my mom. Spicy she may be,
right?
And guess what? And I got her spice in me. But when my dad left, my mama could have, but she didn't. She stayed with us.
Shout out to all the single mothers.
Yeah, sure did.
That's a job, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your mama did it.
My mama did it. And she's here, 79 years old.
Still
just
spicy.
Turned 79, still spicy, still able to say, I don't want that. Mama, what are your blood sugar levels? Don't ask me that. Don't ask me that. Yeah, so it's working for her. And her thing is she ain't leaving here until she's ready. So keeping her going. Keeping her going. And something's evidently keeping your mama going too, because she's in her 80s, isn't she?
My mama is 90.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah, 90. On the 27th of May, my mother will be 90.
Good God. Longevity.
90 years old.
Yeah.
On the 27th of May.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say she brought that bossing them around.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, we laugh about our mothers, but we both have been blessed with great mothers. We have been.
My mother taught me how to serve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My daddy taught me how to work. My mother taught me how to serve. There's a difference, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. My daddy got my work ethic from him. And that servant, my mother was always a servant.
Yeah. My mom taught me how to work. When I got my first job at 15 years old at Wendy's, here on the West Bank in New Orleans, I needed to have a worker's permit.
Mm-hmm.
My first day when I went to work, came home, my mom said, how was it? I said, I don't know if I like that job, because all they asked me to do was to stand and wipe counters. She said, listen to me. If they ask you to wipe counters tomorrow, you better become the best counter wiper that they have. Don't you ever complain about an opportunity to work.
Wow.
And so from then on out, whenever my opportunity came to work, I gave it 100%, because that's all I had. And I found myself climbing the ladder of success on every job. But my mom taught me how to work and be a good worker.
Yeah, my dad taught me how to work. Mm-hmm. Get there early, be the first one there, stay late, never complain, all of that, learn everything you can about the company. My daddy was to let them have it, man.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, let them have it, man. Frankie and Johnny, he's always there early, stayed late. Yeah, taught me how to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, he always favors good. Man don't work, he shouldn't eat.
Mm-hmm. What did he say that? What did he say?
A man don't work, he shouldn't eat.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But thank God for mamas.
Oh, shout out to
around the world.
Lord.
Thank God for mamas. Mamas, you know, we have left our mark on our kids. Mm-hmm. We've left our mark on our families. You know, thank God for mamas, big mamas, grandmothers, aunts, those that are raising children. Yeah. Thank God for mamas.
Yeah. We're talking about family and talking about the things that are passed down through the family. And talked about our guy Mephibosheth. Mm-hmm. Remember that story?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was a guy named Mephibosheth that should have been the king of Israel. Mm-hmm. But when he was 5 years old, his nanny is holding him in her arms. Mm-hmm. And she gets the news that they're trying to kill the next king.
That's right.
And she knows this is the next king. Mm-hmm. And she gathering all the things together, pulling the bag together, baby over there laying in the cradle, and pulling everything together, and close the bag up. And lightning, huh?
Yeah, when we jump.
Yeah, great God that you are.
Yes, Lord.
Now, if it's my grandmother's house, you got to turn off all the lights and go lay down.
Why lay down? Why lay down?
Because all that movement and all that causes lightning to come to your house. Yeah, so she's gathering Mephibosheth little stuff, and she picks him up, and she stumbles, and she dropped him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it caused him to be lame and over his feet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of people that's watching today that the issue that they're dealing with is because somebody dropped them.
Yeah. Wasn't your fault.
Mhm.
You know, somebody just accidentally dropped you. And, you know, the injury wasn't intentional. It was just accidental. But now you're living with it.
Yeah, we all been dropped.
Yeah.
Living with a limp,
Mm-hmm.
living with something that happened to our past
Sure.
that we couldn't control. Now we're dragging this thing everywhere that we go. And I mean, think about this. He should have been king.
Yeah.
And at this stage of many of our lives, I think all of us have some has probably said, man, I should have been further ahead.
I should have been further ahead. I should have been further ahead. You know, I was talking to a group of ladies today, Bishop, and we were talking about this whole pandemic and all of us being called in.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the women said something that I absolutely admire her for.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "This is a good time for me
Mm-hmm.
because during this time, I get to do it again." She realizes that. You know, made a lot of mistakes last time. I realized last time I was dropped.
Right.
And I was using my injury against everybody else.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who really dropped me.
Yeah.
So everybody had to suffer for it.
Suffer for that.
But because of us being called in and her looking inward, you know, she is now rewriting her narrative. And she's not going to whine about what was. She's taking this time to fix her so that when she comes out, she is a new version of herself.
Even after being dropped.
Even after she realized she's been dropped. But I don't know who dropped me. I just blamed everybody for it.
My God.
Everybody. I was, you know, lashing out at everybody. Every man in my life. Every good girlfriend, friend in my life. My kids. You know, people on my job. I couldn't get better. I blamed everybody for it. You know, but since we've been called in, you know, she's checked herself out and said, she didn't do me anything. He didn't hurt me. I can't pinpoint where this came from. I knew I was hurt, but I don't remember
or
who. So I'm choosing to release it because it's been controlling me for years.
Yeah, God is calling you to the next level.
Yeah.
He's calling you up. Like he did Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth, come here.
Yeah.
David calls him up. He said, come here, man. He said, do you know who you are?
Do you know who you are?
Do you know what you have in you? Man, the kingship is yours.
Yeah. David wanted to show him favor. Is there anyone
that I can show?
Come on, Bishop.
The favor of God.
The favor of God too. God is looking for us to be good too. He's looking for you to show you favor.
He's looking for you to show somebody else favor.
Yeah.
Because God had been good to David. David didn't deserve the position. You know, David was a mess now.
Right. Yeah.
You know, David was a little disaster.
Yeah, but here is the thing about favor, Bishop. Just because you a mess, just because somebody dropped you, doesn't disqualify you. You know, just because you don't have what man deems to be the right zip code, doesn't disqualify you. Favor is God's choosing. It is being given favor. It's God's choice to bless you. So they hating on you. Don't hate on me. This God chose to do this. This is God's doing. It's just marvelous in our eyes.
Come here, Mephibosheth. He said, there's a seat for you.
There's a seat at the table.
At the king's table.
At the king's table.
There's a seat for you at the table.
You belong at the table.
You belong at the table.
And everybody at the table gets to speak.
If
you're sitting outside the table, you can't say anything. Everybody at the table gets to contribute.
Contribute something. Yes. And I know you got an issue, but guess what? Look at the people around the room.
Right.
We all at the table.
Yeah.
And guess what? The table is covering our issue.
Yes, it is.
We all look the same.
We all look the same.
We all been dropped. We've all had issues, but God said there's a place for you.
Hallelujah.
You're supposed to be blessed.
Hallelujah. At the table, you can't see how crippled we are. You can't see how broken we are at the table. So welcome to the King's table.
How dysfunctional we are.
Yeah.
How we have, just like we have seeds of dysfunction all the way in our family.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we were watching Harriet, and there's people how they crawled and fought and just,
was it 100 miles?
100 miles.
Yeah.
The next one was 500 miles trying to get out of that.
Yeah. But you know what I love? She said, I will not allow distance to stop me from saving people. When everybody else was complaining about the distance.
Yeah, to many of us that are watching, that's all in you.
Yeah.
It's all in you, all of the cells and the DNA of
a survivor.
Shut up. Fought through all types of stuff. The vipers gonna get you the dog.
Yes, God. I am a survivor. I am a survivor.
I've been dropped.
Yeah.
But
yes, I am a survivor.
I may have to crawl to the table, but I'm going to make it.
Thank you, God.
I may have to put my situation and drag it, but I promise you,
I'm gonna make it.
Come hell or high water.
I'm a survivor.
Corona can't stop.
I'm a survivor. I am.
COVID-19 can't stop.
Because I'm a survivor. I am.
Unemployment can't stop.
I'm a survivor. I am.
Locked up can't stop.
Thank you, God. I'm a survivor. I am. Y'all put it all over the screen.
I got a messed up family.
Yeah, but I'm a survivor. Yeah, I'm anointed to survive.
My mama's messy, but I'm a survivor.
Hey, yes,
Mama got issues, daddy got issues, grandmama got issues, but by the grace of God.
Yeah, I am a survivor. Yes, Lord. Thank you, God. Yeah. Welcome to the table. Welcome to the King's table. Thank you, Father. That's how we're going to make it during this time. Yeah.
That's how.
We have to be confident that God has given us a seat at his table. We must be confident in who God has made us to be. We must be certain about what God has said, about what he's going to do concerning our life and our situation. And don't change our minds. Keep moving forward. Victory is just around the corner. I am a survivor. I am. You are not what your situation says you are. You are what you say you are. I am a survivor. I am.
I will always have. Because I will always give. The most simple things in life are the things that we miss. You like Mary J?
I just like music. I'm like angels.
Mary J is one of the greatest storytellers. She does it with such passion and swag.
Oh yeah, so vulnerable. Let me just transparent.
Let's give, y'all. I'll always have because I'll always give. Seed ending in 5. We're starting off at 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 5, 10. No, 10 is 10, 15, 25, 35. Let's all get together, y'all. Thank you. Y'all, this the shirt. The long sleeves just came in.
National Red T-shirt Day.
The long sleeves just came in.
Stand up a little bit, honey, so they can see you. May 31st, y'all. Get your shirts. May 31st.
Yeah.
I am covered.
We're going to cover the whole world in red.
Yeah, May 31st. That's going to be awesome.
Huh?
That's going to be awesome. We're sending out a unified message.
Yeah.
I am covered.
Yeah.
Yes. If you need to get your red T-shirt, go to our bio.
Just hit our bio.
Hit the link in our bio. You can get it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, baby.
So we doing something different and new. Okay. I'm starting to learn about these sleep things, right? So we downloaded the sleep app Pillow. We downloaded the sleep app Pillow. Oh, Joyce, I'm a survivor. Destiny's Child. Okay. Joy DJing from up there.
Thanks, Joy Love.
We downloaded a pillow, the Pillow app.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny's Child, and it's going to monitor our sleep.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to monitor our sleep and let us know how long we slept, how deep did we go in our sleep, how long we were in our deep sleep, our REM sleep. So we're gonna work with this today. We're gonna see.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's an app. It's $2, $3. No, not enough. If the watch can't wake up,
If it's gonna pinch you.
No. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, but I'm saying you download the app and it does many things to help you to monitor your sleep. So we try and see what's up with it.
Something new, something different.
Yeah.
All right, honey.
From the special request line. All right, I am Mio Neville, $75 seed. Bless you. People still giving.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, people still giving. Mother's Day is Sunday and we're gonna commune together.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah, bring your messy family to Mother's Day with you.
Bring your messy family.
Yeah, bring your messy family on her.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think we better off when we living in the truth.
Yeah.
It is.
Because I did not know.
Uh-huh.
I did not know my mom was missing. I didn't know. But no.
Did I have to break it to you?
No, you broke to me the thing about calling.
Oh, okay.
On the wedding day.
Hurt your feelings and not. I was just, Yeah. You now that you know, can you go back and kind of say, yeah, that was messy.
Yeah, if you can find some situations that
you've been in a couple of them.
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, I think it got worse when your daddy passed on.
Snook said she got her shirt yesterday. All right. Yeah, Snook got her shirt. Yeah, make sure you get your shirt. If you want to get it faster, then go into the Biotext store to 72,000.
Mm-hmm. Love you too, Karen.
Honey Savage, bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
I was in my garage the other day. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you.
What's that, sweetie?
That's your mom.
Hey,
good to see you.
hey, sweetie.
Yeah.
7, 9, and 11.
7, 9, and 11 all day long.
Yeah, we did 3 times on Sunday.
3 times on Sunday.
But really, Sunday is a 5-day.
Well, 5 days.
5 days.
6 o'clock, 7, 9, 11.
And then 7:30 again.
All right, tomorrow, the You Go Here Now barbershop is open.
I might be getting my hair cut tomorrow, y'all. Trust, I am in need.
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
Oh, I was going to ask Joy to do it.
All right, y'all. We love y'all. We'll see y'all. Go to bed.
You didn't lose your hair because you cut it. It fell out.
And left on his own. I love y'all. Love,
live, inspire. Love you. See you tomorrow. Love you.